Good morning. Good morning. About ready to do a mukbang, which is basically a food eat video. Okay. See if we can get this in here. Alright, I'm going to have a little one-person pan pizza. Alright, from Red Baron. Pepperoni and cheese. And a fresh, very sweet and sugared watermelon. Or a quarter of a watermelon. Alright. Let's do this like kudos. Here we go. And first I'm going to make an incision into the pizza, slightly removing the left lumbar of it, or the lower lumbar, I'm sorry. There's no left and right, just an upper and a lower. And this is what we and I also sprinkled some Tapatio hot sauce on it. This is what we're about to eat. Cheese slightly burned the roof of my mouth. Okay, now we're going to make an incision at the upper lumbar. And pepperonis are being difficult. They look more like puppy-ronis, because they're very small, but whatever. Hashtag puppy-roni. Can't say pup-a-roni, there's already a thing for that. Hey buddy, how you doing buddy? We got a special guest star, Conrad. Hey bud, what you doing? Come on in. Yeah, I came on in. Hold on. Let's get this on camera. This is like seeing a Sasquatch. Hey, bud. You smell that pepperoni? Is that what it is? Hold on, people. You smell that pepperoni? You smell it? So, yeah, that smells pretty good. It smells. That's a pepperoni right there. A pepperoni. That deserves a pepperoni. I can't get one, Dad. Sorry. Me so sorry. Me so sorry, Carmen. Me so sorry. Okay, let's finish this upper lumbar. Upper lumbar. Looking a little messy, but watch this. All in one bite. Am I like a snake in a retractable jar or what? That was easily a quarter of the whole thing. And I had room for more. I took half the fork. Looking pretty talented. Take another one. Okay, we've done the lumbars. Now we're going to do the cranium. The right side to the left side. So I did this whole thing in 4 bites, this whole pizza. I'm going to do it in 3 next time. Note to self. Make video of a 3-bite personal pan pizza. Then we're going to go for, drum roll please, cymbals. And then we're going to go for a 2-bite personal pan pizza. I don't think I can do a 1-bite. But you never know. You just never know. You never know how much I can fit in this mouth. Okay. Here we go. A quarter of it. Actually more than a quarter of it. Okay. Look at that. Look how big that fucking piece is. Look how big that is. Watch this. Boom, bitches. And I still had a bunch of room. Boom, I got room. Had all that room left.
In parking lots much like this one, I've caught adults for and die. And you hope that my channel gets taken down. You hope that all my platforms get taken down. And, you know, you hope that I just lose everything, Reggie. And I just felt really offended at that, especially a nice man like yourself, who's a personal trainer. So, what do you got to say?
Give me a second. Let me gather my thoughts.
Interesting. I know a buff man like you, such as yourself, probably has a lot of thoughts to gather, and probably many, many wives. I mean, I guess in your case, baby mamas. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not racist. I'm just joking. And I'm not saying that because you're black. I'm saying that because you're really buff and swole, and you probably go Super Saiyan on their pussies and come in there and even bash your babies, leave them, and that. But I'm just, which again.
I get it.
joke, and I should not die over saying that joke. And then you also mentioned that I use the First Amendment to be an asshole to people, which I agree, I sure do. But Reggie, I should not die over exercising a basic human right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. See if I can try to figure out a way to convey what I want to say.
Interesting.
But you've kind of thrown a lot. So.
Interesting.
Okay. So, yes, I'm aware that we had our little tiff.
Mm-hmm. Tiff-taff. Mm-hmm. Go on.
I'm aware of those. I am aware that I may have said a few things that were uncharacteristic of me, admittingly.
Interesting.
To be fair,
Go on.
the only couple of things I do remember saying
Go on.
that I did wish you get an ass whooping. That I definitely remember.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure when it came to the dying part,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I did say, if you were to get killed because of what you do, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I'm pretty sure that we all say things in the heat of the moment. I am guilty of it. I am no indifferent.
Interesting.
Admittingly,
Sure.
I tend to say some things when I'm pissed off beyond belief.
Sure.
And I'm sure you've been in those situations where you have said things to people and you didn't stop and think about it because you were so incredibly pissed off.
Interesting. Interesting. So my question is, which I don't understand, what were you so, I guess, pissed off about? Because, you know, like you said some pretty serious things. Like you said, I should lose everything, essentially over saying, and like, you know, why lose everything over that word when you, like, threatened my life, said I should die, and said everything. Like, I just don't see how saying a word is just nearly as bad as wishing death and a loss of everything onto somebody. Like, I just don't know, Reggie. Is this elementary school where we telling people for saying bad words? Like, that's just what I was confused about. Which is why we're having a conversation.
Now, you are aware that the N-word is not something you should say.
Interesting.
You are aware that when you go around, you say that you invoke a hostile reaction. Not interested in that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean.
And that's why I got angry with you, because
Interesting.
it seems to me that you feel as though saying the N-word, especially to a person of color, you think it's just a word. It's not just a word.
I mean, Reggie, I just don't understand. Like, are we in elementary school? Does a word just like bother? Like, who do you go tell? Do you tell the teacher or the government that I just said a word you didn't like? I mean, I just don't understand the whole concept of no words past the 5th grade. I mean, I just don't really. Just as someone that, you know, graduated elementary school, I just don't really get this whole no word thing. I mean, I thought we were past that. So I'm just saying.
Alex, you are aware of what racism is, right?
Of course. And
So, let me ask you this question.
go on.
If I went around calling people, let's say, Asian people chinks, or
Mm-hmm.
wet bags, or white people's crackers, don't you think that one person is going to want to get pissed off and want to kick my ass? Don't you think if you go around saying the N-word, a black person would want to fight you? Don't you think that results in a confrontation?
I think 3 out of the 4 you mentioned, I don't think anything would happen. If I'm being completely honest, I think on only one of those will invoke a response of violence. I think the other 3 would probably just ignore. But you know, who am I?
You would be surprised.
Uh-huh.
You would be very surprised. People are unpredictable these days. You don't know that you say the wrong thing to a specific person, they can snap. But you don't. That's why I feel there's some sort of misunderstanding. Like, I don't feel you seem to understand when you go around. It's not even just the N-words, it's any racist word in general. When you go around and say that, I don't think you understand that you convey so many emotions when you say it, especially to a black person, what's going on right now in the world.
Yeah, of course. And so, you know, my thing is, I just didn't know that, you know, we get violent over being, you know, a no-no word. I just thought that, you know, like I said, I thought that was an elementary school thing where, you know, you remember that phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. I just figured that, you know, we'd all be grown up and past the age of 10 years old you know, like, and again, I know all sides here, which I do, and I just figured that we'd all be past the age of 10 and not wish death onto people and wish that they lose everything because they said something you don't like. That's just me, though. And again, I come from a very thick-skinned background, so I do understand if you get offended and wish somebody would get nuked and die in a Holocaust for saying a word you don't like. So I do get it, but you did say specifically, because I said a word you don't like, that I should lose everything, including my life. Right, dude?
Do you know Morgan Wallen?
Morgan Wallen. Let me look him up.
He's a country music star.
Morgan Wallen. Interesting, I do.
So, one night, he was coming home from a party.
Sure.
And he casually said the N-word out loud.
No, did he really?
You want to know what happened?
Oh, I hope he died. I hope he got shot and murdered.
No.
And he didn't face.
His record label dropped him. His merchandising label dropped him. His music was pulled from the airwaves. On top of that, he gets a sensitivity treaty. So, you do understand, go around and you say that as a cause and effect.
Wow, I guess since somebody lost everything over saying a no-no word, I guess that means everybody should. That's a good point. I mean, I guess if one person does, if one thing happens, that must mean it's correct. That's a good point. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's just kind of weird that, and again, this is where I'm coming from. It's just kind of weird that, you know, when someone wishes death onto someone and wishes they lose everything, wishes the worst onto them, like you did to me, somehow there's no consequence for that. But if someone says an offensive word, which it's literally not even an idea, it's just the word itself, somehow that's way worse than what some could perceive to be death threats. It's just weird, you know what I mean? And again, this is why we're having this conversation, so we can open up and see our sides. You know what I mean? It just kind of, you know, it's just kind of weird to me that, you know, because what would the blowback be from you if I committed a real crime? Like, say, I have a feeling if I stole a candy bar from the store, which is an actual crime, you wouldn't say I should lose everything. But if I don't commit a crime and exercise, which you may not like, my First Amendment right, somehow I should lose everything for doing something completely legal and completely constitutional. Literally the first thing written in the Constitution. But, you know, if I commit an actual crime like stealing something, you know, nothing should really happen to me. It's just kind of weird that you have that way of thinking, you know? And again, I'm not saying you're weird, I'm just saying that way of thinking is weird to me, it's foreign to me. And again, though I'm a Trump supporter, it doesn't mean I don't like foreigners, it just means that I'm trying to find other perspectives, because I'm not the only person in the world, so. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's what you're getting at.
I'm getting at maybe if something offends you, maybe rather than hope for it to be destroyed and ruined, maybe you just should ignore it.
Well, I mean, Alex, if racism is happening in front of me, I'm not just gonna ignore it. And seriously, okay, I'm gonna fight because I've been speaking a long time.
I'm gonna kill every white person I see. Yeah, go on.
Alex, seriously, you know what I think?
Wait, racism just happened in front of you. I said I was gonna kill every white person I see. You literally just ignored it. Reggie, I'm just saying, I literally said something objectively way worse than saying a mean word. A mean word isn't an idea to kill anybody, it's just a mean word you don't like. It's 2 syllables. But when I just said I'm going to kill over 1 billion people due to their race, you just ignored it. So, I mean, I thought you were going to stand tall against racism, Reggie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Alex, the reason why you call.
Go on.
The reason why you call is just so you continue to piss me off. I now see right through you. You're a fucking liar. You just called me just to fucking annoy me.
No, Reggie, I'm here to have a conversation. You know that, Reggie. We're past the point of annoying each other. Now we're at the stage of cordial conversations, and you know that, Reggie. Seriously.
No, I can hear you laughing in the background. Are you serious?
I'm not laughing, Reggie.
You really just called me just to have this conversation? I can hear you snickering and laughing in the background.
Reggie, I'm not snickering. Maybe you're hungry and you're just not you and you're hungry. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe you just gotta eat something, and that's maybe what it is, but we're just having a conversation. That's it.
And as far as you are around thinking to kill white people, no. Really?
Well, yeah, really. I mean, Reggie, there's just something inconsistent. It seems like you care more about your feelings and no words rather than real racism, because it's objectively real racism when you want to say you want to kill all white people. But if somebody says a no word, you seem to call that out way quicker. Like you went off on me more for saying a single word.
What are you being, a silly little
rather
goose?
than,
You being a
you know,
silly little
saying you want to
goose?
kill 1/7 of the world. It's just kind of weird where your thinking is. It just seems like you care about one thing, but not really the other, which is way more serious. And here's another thing, Reg. Is it like, you know, I'm all for marginalized groups. I even have a gay pride t-shirt. And I have done a few videos with Cassidy Campbell, who's very gay right now. Okay? You know what I mean? Reggie? And
No.
you also called me a faggot over and over again. And as someone that's done anal before for men, it really offended me. Seriously.
Okay, I'm all done. I wasn't a silly little geese.
Okay, I was kidding about that.
Silly little geese.
I mean,
Have a good day. Remember, follow, like,
Reggie, I
share,
just don't
share,
understand
share,
how saying faggot
subscribe.
today, but
I just want you to be a silly
saying
little
that one
geese.
time.
Alright, have a good day.
Reggie,
Love ya.
Re-
Peace.
Reggie.
I'm listening.
Peace.
So can you please
I like my nails, I just got
justify
them done.
one slur having to do with a marginalized
With
group,
the hair, too.
but think I should lose everything because I used another
Okay.
slur that had to do with a marginalized group?
Come here again.